Hello, and welcome to the Inclusion of Special Populations Training 703 KAR 5:070. This is Module 8 over Allegation Prevention and Best Practices, and this is the final module in our 8-module training series. So, our first set of allegation prevention and best practices is that to always make sure a student receiving accommodations has a working plan, an IEP 504 PSB, in place and is used routinely during instruction before providing on a state assessment. And secondly, all plans must be current. Now note, it is very important that a plan is locked in Infinite Campus. Any roster build per Infinite Campus may not pull a student with an unlocked plan. Our second set of allegation prevention and best practices is that when we are changing a plan near the time of testing, make sure it is documented well in the conference summary, and you have data supporting the need for that change. Next, any time a change is made to a student plan, all parties involved need to be made aware of that change. Consider a follow-up meeting with supporting staff, including the test administrators, to announce changes. Our third set of allegation prevention and best practices is that anyone who will provide accommodation on a state assessment must complete both the Administration Code 703 KAR 5:080 and the Inclusion of Special Populations Training 703 KAR 5:070. Our second one is that students may refuse accommodations at any time. Now, once the student refuses the accommodation, the proctor must only start again if asked to do so by the student. Documentation is key if this does occur. Our fourth set of allegation prevention and best practices is that a reader should never guide or direct a student to a correct response. When reading to a student, the test administrator should never change a test item or answer options, even at the student's request. The next one is a reread may be provided only at the request of the student. The only time a test administrator is permitted to reread something without a student request is for the alternate assessment. Our fifth set of allegation prevention and best practices is that a scribe should only record the exact information the student provides. All answers must be directed and guided by the student at all times. Secondly, a scribe should only provide the writing support to a student unless they have additional accommodations permitted on the test. For example, the scribe cannot read a response back to the student unless that student also has a reader on their plan. Our sixth set of allegation prevention and best practices is that flexibility for a test schedule on a state assessment is not permitted unless a student has oral native language support marked on their PSP. Now, if there is a shortage of interpreters, EL students shall use a different test administration schedule than the regular student population. The altered schedule must occur within the district established testing window. Now, paraphrasing or simplified language are for directions only and cannot be provided on any part of the test and are no longer part of this regulation. This concludes Module 8, Allegation, Prevention, and Best Practices. This is the final module in this training series. As always, if you have any questions about this training or any other training provided by the Office of Assessment, Accountability, and Support, you can contact us at KDE DAC information at dacinfo@education.ky.gov or by 502-564-4394. Thanks.